Got it.
All right. So we have Asha here, and so we're going to be looking at any kind of memories that you want me to help you find more information on, or the programs or anything at all that you just wanted me to look at for you to
Great.
help more with seeing a different perspective or just gathering more information too.
Yes,
Yeah, I can
please.
help. I can help. So yeah, so go ahead and you go ahead and just lead the way with that. And I usually have
So,
my paper here too to kind of write
yeah,
stuff that I get as we're going along too,
so I
so
prepared a few things. Last time when we had the reading, it was that higher aspect, and it was
hmm
that assassin, and it's coming back, but it's in a different sort of angle. So I'm trying.
hmm
So you were saying about because it's a tech, I'm supposed to connect with that aspect and bring it to this plane. So that's, I don't know. Somehow I think it's happening, but I
the
I
altar.
don't. I think it's like sort of like in between things, yes. But then is that guy Zay Speed came, and it's like that's another layer of, I have no idea what is that, and
Did that
it's
trigger something seeing him or anything?
Well, when I saw him on the phone, I started to cry.
Okay.
Like tears came out. And that was weird. And then Marsha was saying that maybe that was because it was like a soul family or soul
You think
connection.
so? Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe a soul connection, maybe something. Did you
But
feel that was
then,
true?
yeah, and then I sort of like had a very like mind to mind communication for a while, and and
I forgot
yeah,
his name.
the Zay Speed, that's his name.
Okay. Zaid. Zaid.
The Zay and Speed for speed.
Okay. Zay Speed. Okay. Yeah. Um, so looking to see if you was with him in the program.
Yes, yes, and I think it's something to do with tech. We have some connection with the tech together, but I don't have zero memory of it, and
Oh, it's
mm,
just something that you felt when you seen
I
him
feel
then.
I feel that I know him, but I don't know because he's like older than me. So it's but that signature is familiar with me.
Yeah.
But it's off planet more than on this plane. That's what I feel.
Maybe maybe another aspect of him. Maybe you
Yes,
just recognized his energy signature.
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
So yeah. So it might not have anything to do with the super soldier stuff, but it might have something to do with another um s- kind of anything really. Maybe
yeah,
mission work or something like that
yeah.
though.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe even as other ET species or something, you know?
because he's very not human
Mm,
like.
yeah.
There's very off. Yeah, the way how he speak, and yeah, just is very different.
What do you sense from that from him? I haven't watched any of the videos because um I didn't want to have like memories come up with that, because I was doing my sessions and everything. So I just
Of
wasn't,
course.
I want to keep everything kind of clear.
So what? So I after I had the like mini chat with him, feeling that I know you from somewhere and thank you for holding the frequency for this planet. Then later on, I had like sort of like flashbacks of, I don't know, it's him because it was like a man with the uh, heart, but it's like a machine. So he's sort of cyborgy thing.
Oh, okay. A cyborg.
Uh, mhm. Like
That
half
he
machine,
might have
half.
been.
So,
Okay.
but I know that he had a soul. He has a soul. It's not all mechanical. It's it's
Yeah.
it's really, yeah,
It would be called an ultra soldier, that they're half
yeah,
cyborg and half human.
yeah,
That's an ultra soldier. So
yeah.
So he would, so maybe you were also an ultra soldier and on missions or something like that. And so were you seeing um that you were with him and like working with him as like a soldier out on the battlefield, maybe like Mars as and in combat or something like that?
I don't remember
Field?
the combat. I don't feel yeah, maybe, but it's like I feel more like on a spaceship, and we're
Mm-hmm.
doing some stuff like against the like Draco, or like it's really really far away, like far away.
Oh yeah. Maybe like an insectoid,
Maybe, maybe I have
insectoid race.
no. I have no right. That's what is my trigger, and it's like,
Hmm.
how can I assist him to? Because he has some. So on this plane, he's like have a health issue and this and that. So
Yeah.
Marsha is helping him,
Yeah.
and it's like,
But what
okay,
about you though? Like you're
I
helping
don't know.
you.
So I feel that I have like, is it my twin flame? Because that image I sent it to you, but it's not really like. It's a very, I don't know, it's like really, really buried
Hmm.
thing. And I don't know even I
Hmm.
should know or not, but it's
Yeah. I
something.
mean, you're saying it for you wouldn't just say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
You wouldn't just say that about anybody, or be
no,
thinking that or
yeah,
feeling it or, seeing something with a connection. Because there's more than just one connection, with him. But I seen like the picture of him when he was younger, and so
yeah,
that's what I'm looking at with what he looks like. In that way,
yeah,
then I can
yeah,
find him easier because it seems like that's easier to find his energy essence.
got it.
Same thing, with that, with the younger. But y'all would be different anyway, but it's just tracking that energy signature because he was more maybe the energy level was higher or something, since he was
Mhm.
younger and stuff. So now
Yeah,
when we get older, then it maybe fades out or something like that too, the energy signature or something.
yeah,
So, so because I can see you both like in a stasis on a ship, like going to some place where you will both be on, it's like on the wall, and then there's a whole bunch of soldiers though that are traveling, and everybody's in a stasis state in a pod. It's like on the wall, and it's like you have to be in that way when traveling because it's
hmm,
because it's so you survive,
yeah.
that travel and stuff wherever you're going to. Um, seems like another place. And I keep on thinking of that. There's that book called Project Serpo, Serpo, and it's the Greys that made a deal with the military, the U.S. military, to trade um their ETs, the Greys, for human military, um,
Yeah.
just as an exchange program for just a period of time, though, not, and then you would be returning. So it's like an experiment. So it's like kind of like an astronaut almost in that way, like going to a different planet and
Yeah.
living with them with the Serpo. The Serpo is the planet. Um,
Okay.
and it's called Project Serpo. There's a book and it's Lin or LAN or
I
I
can dig into it.
yeah, that's a book that
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
it's a book.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he writes a couple of books on that. But there's a video too on Project Serpo, and it's the Grays exchange program with the U.S. military for technology, because like that. So you would have been in the stasis pod going to that place because y'all are probably advanced humans. You would have some upgrades to be able to interact with. Probably you have some of the DNA of those grays on that place, so you could interact with them. I would think that you might have some of that. Um, maybe. okay, it doesn't match. When I thought of black goo, then that doesn't match. Black goo matches the reptilian to me,
Yeah,
or like or the negative grays,
yeah,
they matches
yeah.
that. But this isn't black goo. This is like those grays that you were going to go visit the planet. Then I think they would have left some of their DNA to be injected into the soldiers going. Um,
Mhm,
and it's a military project, so it's like um so I think they had like 12 or something humans uh you know go going there. I think it was 12 humans going.
mhm,
Um but you would have had to have some sort of connection, so it seems like um because I can see him there too, that Zay can
mhm,
see him in a stasis and you in a stasis, but it looks like you're kind of like older, in a body, like it's like a mother and father, maybe like a family going, because that's what I kind of feel like you and him are married, as this is like a role that they have
okay.
programmed you, and then you would have like a boy and a girl, like a family going. Um, so then they could, maybe that would be relatable to those, or it was just an experiment to see how they would react with seeing a family, because
Yeah,
maybe they would open up to you more if you have a family instead of just a soldier, and
yeah.
then so I think that I feel like you have they created that though, so it's almost like it's created. Um,
Mhm,
so there's some kind of connection with that military that you would have. Uh, so what is that? Because it seems like you are connected to Eisenhower. A Eisenhower, the President Eisenhower.
yeah.
Seems like you
Okay,
have a connection to Eisenhower. Um,
okay.
it seems like I feel like you have like a sister aspect of yourself that was like you was as his sister in other times before with President Eisenhower, like a
Yeah,
sister.
yeah.
Um, I can feel that, like a sister, younger sister. Um, so I think they keep your genetics or so on like on a file or container, however they keep our
Mhm,
genetics, and then
yeah.
uh but for this Zay Speed, who is he? He's he seems like uh he seems like he's kind of one of those grays, really. He has a lot of there in the form that I see there. Okay, let me separate that from what he looks like because it'll be different. Um, huh. Now he kind of faded away when I took a took his form away in this reality and looked at him just in that, then I can't
Mhm,
find him. I can't find him there. So what happened with that? Because he's like he's kind of like created from your memory or something, Uh something with that. Like a okay, so I feel like you have this family member aspect connection with the President Eisenhower. But it's not in this lifetime. It's like a other timeline that you uh like maybe uh mm, maybe a younger sister. It might even be a younger sister that
mhm,
he had something because it feels like that, a younger sister in this life. So I don't know his whole family tree, but it feels like they took all of his family there and copied their genetics at the in the base, the military base there.
yeah.
Um, and then it seems like they just made different uh clones. Clones. Yeah, that kind of matches, but because it's a female too there, but you're older. And then this is it's kind of deeper than uh it's not just like it's not like just like looking at something because it's like going through you to find him, like because they looked in your memory of who you would want to have as a maybe like a husband and kids or something like the roles or something. So they're finding images of people that are in your mind of
Okay.
other times that you have gotten along or who you would feel or something like that. And then they created a family
Mm-hmm.
to go in on this project. So see how deep that is there. That's pretty deep with connecting. And so he's just a um he's a clone and created with it's just your genetics though. It feels like that one is feels like he feels like this whole family here is with your DNA and then the grays or something, but they put like his energy essence or something with that and the kids too. So the thoughts or something, maybe a upload or a program of what they would look like or something. It's like a program that they inserted into them. Um, so something with that. So then anyway, so that's where you and your family went to have the experience on another planet there. Um, so you hold him in your mind as somebody who you would want to have as a companion or husband or something like that. So
Okay.
that's there. And then so on other places though, because I can see that because you said the cyborg.
Mhm.
Because in this going to Project Serpo, it's more advanced human because they've inserted the Gray's genetics with the human, so it's just like a hybrid
Mhm.
program, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so that's separate. So then that's just to the side now. So now I'm looking at something else with the connection to him. So he's had more of okay, so I've seen like that um Project Seagate, where you're going
Yeah.
to go into
Yeah.
different places. So, because he has that cetacean, you
Yeah.
have cetacean DNA, and so does he, the dolphin, the
Yeah.
whales,
Yeah.
like octopus, squid. So
Mhm.
y'all have all kinds of ocean DNA, the ocean,
Yeah.
like both of y'all. That's your connection right there. Because I just seen you both jump in the water and swim off together, so it's like
Mhm.
it's not a mermaid. It's some kind of a um just so I mean you look human, but you can swim really fast through the water. So
Mm.
it's like a maybe that's your suit because they give us these suits that can go, swim fast or jump or whatever through the water. So this is
Yeah.
maybe that's what y'all have on is that smart suit. It's like a
Mhm.
smart suit.
Yeah.
And then but you already have the genetics of these I see like the squid and the octopus, the dolphin, the whale. Um,
Mhm.
and then so feel like you guys are like it's like you go and you look for um like there's things going on in the ocean, like maybe maybe it's like you're looking at some people doing something like like observing and then reporting back to the base of what you've seen. So it's like you're watching, maybe there's like a group doing something.
Yeah.
It's like another group, I don't know, but they're human, but maybe it's like a negative group or something, I
Yeah.
don't know, but you're
Mhm.
watching them, observing like that, and then taking note of everything going on, and then going back up to the surface. So it's like um and then what do you do after that? So so it's like investigating this whole place because it looks like a base of some sort underwater going on. That I don't think that you're fully human, more ocean-like, but then it's like the mi military or human military or something's building this base underwater. So y'all, your side is kind of gathering what's going on and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. So it's like from all angles, all around, you're watching to see what they're doing and gathering the intel, and
Yeah.
then it's just like it's just, but I see you working with him and on that part. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like so it's just like watching that happen. I think you were just inserted to do that, like that's your mission, is just to go and get that information and bring it back. So then, um, because I think they cloak that base or something, but uh, it's like y'all can see it or something with your
Mm-hmm.
eyes, like you have some special abilities with your eyes to see this stuff going on or something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another there. And I don't see you interacting with them. You're just gathering that information on that base, what's going
Mm-hmm.
on, because it's like a dome or something there on the bottom ocean. Um, and then Project Seagate, though, Seagate's going to be different than that one. That one's something else, like a side project or something. But uh, and then so y'all do have a lot of ocean, because I see you both swimming off, like you both are swimming off,
Mm-hmm.
and uh and it's like y'all go together though a lot, just you two. And so y'all are, and I do see like y'all as lovers there right then, like that, like
Mm-hmm.
y'all
Mm-hmm.
got away or rescued each other, or he rescued you, or you rescued him, because
Mm-hmm.
one has been captured before and the other rescues, and then y'all
Yeah.
get away, like that kind of thing too.
Yeah.
So there's something. So I think maybe in one time then he was captured. He was captured and tortured. They took his DNA, genetics and stuff, because I just see cetacean,
Yeah.
Cetation. I think that's how you
Mm-hmm.
spell cetacean DNA.
Yeah.
Um, like I just keep thinking of the squid and the octopus. So there's something with his DNA is like this. It's like he can transform or something like that into something else, like something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Um, and then you have you have the dolphin and whale. Then also then I see that they took you too there. So both of y'all are captured by, maybe y'all got captured at this place, Maybe y'all
Mm-hmm.
were captured. Maybe that was the whole experiment then, it was to for y'all to be captured and to go into that base and figured out what's going on too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think so. I think because it feels like it's the same base, just later on down, you know.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so at first you were watching it and then reporting back to your own base, and then going back out again, and then letting yourself be captured by them, brought into there, and
Yeah.
looking around and stuff, and then find like why they're asking y'all questions and stuff, and then I think then y'all get away though, because he has a lot of, I just keep seeing that squid. So there's something with the squid that's able to communicate. So I think you had that squid DNA too, to where there's something it's like electrical or something, how y'all
Mm-hmm.
communicate, this electrical thing, like
Yeah.
that. And even like to scream out too, like y'all have a way of communicating where if you scream out if you're being like tortured or something, and then it like makes a ripple out or some kind of psionic sound out, that probably would
Yeah.
blast out all the glass in that place. So yeah, you both have that. And no, I don't see any children, nothing like that. It's just y'all two and no other people, so it's just y'all two there. Um
Mm-hmm.
and then so I guess one of you, I think you probably get away first because you're more clever, with how you say things and do stuff and um, manipulate. You can
Mm-hmm.
also change the thoughts of someone, their thinking of what they're thinking. You can get into their mind. and think something else. They make them think something else.
Okay.
And then so they're thinking something else. And like you say, just hand me the keys or something like that. And then they will hand you the keys, so you can manipulate. They didn't know that, and then so you get away and then you have to go find him because he's in another place. And he's like passed out because they, beat him and stuff. Um, and then so you have to help him out of there, and then y'all get away. So there's one thing like that there. Um, so that's a big thing. That's a lot of trauma bonding right there. With that.
Hmm.
And then so um So let's look at something. So y'all would have other things than because you travel with him because I think uh he kind of it's like you're the boss, you know. He doesn't he kind of follows along with what you tell him, almost like you're the leader of the two of you. So he goes along with you and you always it's almost like you're older or more mature or something like that too because I see him and you or you out of it's like he's in that ultra soldier, like half cyborg, and
Yeah.
then it's like it he's just that. I don't see that you are. It looks like you're like a super soldier uh that that found him or seeing him or uh maybe mm, I don't know. It's like you always find each other all of a sudden or something. It's, but it's always like you're rescuing him. He's like always like down, like got put down, and now you gotta rescue him. So yeah, because he's like laying on the table there, and he's half cyborg, and then you're there as like an advanced human super soldier. So you have to try to get him up and out of there. But I don't think you're gonna be able to get that one because he's programmed, by the technology. So
Yeah.
half of him won't leave. It's like stuck there, so he's too programmed. He's like a robot right there. So he doesn't really um he
Feel.
is not really any yeah, you see that you can't get him out of there, he don't have any thought of his own, nothing right there. So you leave. That's like there's some mission or something like that maybe because it was like in the some other place. I don't know where that is. Okay, so why are you always rescuing him? How come he can't do this himself, Why is he so, you're writing some light language, I see, with you writing just now. Like I'm not looking up at you, I just see you writing in my mind. You just felt it. So, uh, there's something to undo with him and you and that, uh, because you don't need all of that. You don't need to feel responsible for all of this, like always having
Mm.
to rescue him and that connection that is like a trauma bond attachment. So
Okay.
so like if he was in a relationship with him today, in this reality, then he
Yeah.
would be the same. He would be like the man who waits on the wife to do everything, tell him what to do, like kind of be the boss of him.
Yeah.
He doesn't, uh, he's not in his like masculinity or something. It's kind of taken away. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
not there. It's like gone. That his divine, he doesn't have a divine, that divine spark is gone in him. So yeah,
Oh.
he does not have that. He does not have that. It is gone. Yeah, it's not there. There's like a deep feeling of being okay with yourself inside, so it's maybe because he had all those vaccinations or something or it was stolen, but they target our divine abilities. So they it's been taken. So I don't even know how to get that back. It's so far gone. It's been gone for so long. His divine abilities has been gone for a really long time. It's like captured in the very beginning of when he I won't it's he's not even like from this universe, you know,
Yeah.
it's like captured from someplace else. And
Hmm.
uh he's yeah, it's really complicated with him to track down where they were first stolen or how to get it back. So it's tracking back to maybe, okay, this reading is about you, not him. So let's move on to something with you, okay? You know, like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
got it.
So what else would you want me to look at? Because I'll go far off into looking for his stuff, but this isn't about him, you know? Let's look for
Got it.
stuff for you. So, okay, so with you then, so what other things for you that you want me to tune
The
into?
higher aspect of me, the ancient tech, to bring it to this place. The last time you were saying that, and I was trying to connect with that, but I don't know what's how to. I think I'm doing it on some plane, on some level,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah, you're the technology too, though, you know,
yeah,
like the
yeah,
ancient technology you are. So just doing your codes, then you're coding the reality, the
yeah,
matrix, and the you're coding it with new divine, because you have divine abilities. You still have your divine abilities and all of that. You know, it's not like the this it hasn't been, if it was stolen, then you got it back, you know? So you've gotten
got
it
it.
back. You have tracked it back and gotten it back. So it has been stolen before, but
Yeah,
you went to go get it, you know? So so you always take action. You know, you don't let things just go on, you know,
yeah,
whatever like that, or let someone else do it. You know, you take
no,
action, and as soon as you find out that something is missing or gone,
yeah,
or whatever it is that needs to be found, then you take action. So you went back and got it because it uh looks like the because you've had Draco and those
yeah,
negative grays
yeah,
in childhood and stuff too, because uh you've been with the in within that SSP, the secret space, then you have all those German fleets, the Nachtwaffen, the Dark Fleet, you know, because you do have that. I can see you as a pilot in that
yeah,
Nachtwaffen, or the Dark Fleet was that German, it's a
yeah,
reptilian. And then so you would have had to have that black goo inside, you know, to be able to fly that the craft and everything with your mind and interact with the Draco. So you have black goo technology as in that form, you know, and you just flew their craft around all the time with them on it and stuff like that. So you just kind of robotic, no emotion or anything in that aspect there. So maybe they took the divine then, you know, that's probably
yeah.
when they took it then. Or the black goo kind of canceled it out or did something with that. Um, but so then you do have there's your because you were taken because you have the dragon, because you're a dragon, with the connected to source, you know, dragon.
Yeah,
Um, so the lower uh you know, fallen in density is those Draco
yeah.
over time. So that's what they wanted to take from you, is they recognize your DNA and everything there too, because I can see like a so you have the dragon, and but then you did decide to lower your
Yeah.
frequency to be a Draco as well, but not like negative or anything. You're just like neutral, you know, like a
Hmm.
looks like a queen, but I'd see like a white Draco, queen, a white Draco. Um, she's like a pearl looking. Draco where she's her scales and stuff and she has a tail. So she would be in charge. So I think she was captured by the negative, and then like her divine abilities were taken from that at that time. So then okay, so um it's really powerful how she comes back to get it, because she's a warrior too. So it makes my eyes water, really like confirmation. So she's like, she comes back to, because that form is like in a stasis pod, that Draco, that's the white female Draco, that's a royalty. She's like runs a whole bunch of uh whatever a kingdom would look like. I don't even know with that, because I know it feels like it's just an Orion just now. I just thought of Orion. Um uh hmm. So okay. So it looks like, so she holds like different stargates or so. This your white Draco aspect that's directly connected to your, like a oversold dragon that's connected right to source. Okay. So that's your right there connection. And she's not bad, or she's just neutral. Okay. So, but she was captured and like put
Mm-hmm.
in a frozen state. And then, but she has all kinds of technology and stargates within her DNA, from source. So she has like source codes within her. And so they are using all of these codes and everything, like they from her, to open up other stargates in the lower frequencies, such as like the Orion
Mm-hmm.
wars, and
Mm-hmm.
the Lyran wars.
Yeah.
So all kinds of different stargates they have access to, from her. It's like a this her genetics overrides all of the stargates. Like she could access any stargate in any realm at all, because she's right connected with source, so she
Yeah.
can access any stargate at all. And so they use that to get into these realms that are lower. So they are dropping in frequency, you know, and are wanting to take over like a matrix that could be their own, because like uh these are negative Draco that want to rule their own place, like fallen.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're fallen angels, that doesn't match, but they're just fallen in the frequency that from the Draco though. They're not dragons. They're already kind of, maybe they might even be created or something by a negative Draco, and then have that negative Draco's DNA, and then so he would have created like more of him, more aspects of him to go and take over a whole matrix. So I think that this is the matrix of our solar system, or universe here. So it's like they wanted to build, or no, not build. They wanted access into our universe. So that's what they've done. They gained access through your genetics. And so okay. So then what? After that, after all this stuff, and then how do you uh get her to wake up out of that state and get free, from that stasis? Because she's not dead, she's just like in a frozen state.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I think you had I think you some way you had contacted she contacted that dragon, and I feel like that dragon came to rescue her. It feels like that. It feels like,
Mm-hmm.
because she's not in the Matrix, this Draco. The Draco that's in a stasis, she's not in this Matrix that we're in. Uh
Yeah.
she can't exist in this because it's too low in a frequency and density. She's
Yeah.
she she just wanted I don't know why this dragon aspect of you created her. Maybe just for an experience or so to
Hmm.
lower, because there's other places too. She just because that's what we do. We're a creator being. So the dragon
Yeah.
wanted to create uh other aspects of itself to go and experience
Yeah.
and then so
Yeah.
one of those was captured, and then that dragon though found out and then came in to rescue her. So as soon as that dragon found out, it regained access to the consciousness of the white Draco. So even if the body was still right there, but the dragon rescued the whole consciousness, so they can't access her anymore. So then you got that back. So she got back.
Mhm.
So I think that's what probably um they had already gained access to the wars and stuff though, you know? So so that's when you got that back though. It's like the divine was being harnessed, to access the realities.
Yeah.
So then so that's back there then. So that was good though to experience that anyways, because that helped the dragon, your dragon form, uh figure out a way to not get captured anymore, or
Yeah.
get your abilities stolen. So maybe you created that to happen. Um and then now you can also access this matrix because that it has your coding or genetic, so you are able to um get into this matrix as the dragon. I mean, the dragon won't be able to come down that, this density, but it can create other forms of itself to enter as but you're gonna also want to create more versions like of you that are going to be inserted, like that immersion program or the immersion pod, for
Yeah.
yourself to create these aspects to go into the darker realms so you can uh um experience kind of what's going on too,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so that's that Knockwaffen there, that one place. Then so I think you have uh it's like where did you insert yourself as it's something? Was where you inserted, I think it's like a lower Draco form, but it's has to blend in though with so it can't be like a royalty, it has to be more of a military to
Hmm.
whatever environment you're choosing, you make it
Yeah.
to blend in. And so so you have that the negative Draco, like I think maybe it was, I don't fully see that. It's hard to see that you took on a negative Draco. Um, I think you just were neutral, and then you created like a human version with your genetics, and then programmed it possibly with technology or something. So it
Hmm.
seems like something more like that.
Hmm.
That's what it feels like. Because you wasn't ever taken over again as a Draco. So maybe something like that. So you've had experiences in the Dark Fleet, Nachtwaffen,
Yeah.
like you also have been in like that Solar Warden. So you put yourself in all of these places to have the experience to expose what's going on in the negative fashions. Because every place that's even the Solar Warden, everything in the solar system that's ran, nothing is free. Everything is captured here. So there's no, people might say, oh, I'm on Solar Warden. I'm policing the whole place, and reporting to the Federation or whatever, but it's all controlled and ran by the negative Draco. It's
Yeah.
everything. This whole matrix that we live in and are experiencing is that. So it's unwinding ourselves from like all these aspects of ourselves that are in this, and some of
Yeah.
them will just die and then return back to the main consciousness. Um, that you have created for them. So, so you have also, it looks so much like how I have with the immersion program with inserting yourself into these dark realms, because I see you also in the ritual stuff too, like going down into the ritual to the hell realm, like a
Mhm.
connection to like Lucifer. You have that where he inverted everything, you know, with those rituals and
Yeah.
stuff that they talk
Yeah.
about. So I see that
Yeah.
too. Uh, but I feel like you've freed that. It's already released. It's not in you
Mhm.
anymore, you know, like no,
Mhm.
there's no emotion or attachment to that anymore. So I think that you probably freed those fractals that were trapped in those realms, the hell realms, you know, like
Yeah.
um you've searched for them like that, you know, you kind of have gone through and kind of searched all through. It's like a hole, you know, it's like a blister looking on the inside, but
Yeah.
it's like a deep hole and it's like all like pussy and hot and like that, you know? So you've gone through and you there's no more fractals of you in that whole hell realm. You're all it's free. It's clear out. You're cleared out. So so now that all of those fractals can return, you know, they all return. So you got that done.
Mhm.
So you're really just cleaning up everything. Now you're going in to find other places and making sure there's no fractals left of you in these places. Um,
Mhm.
so like looking in the Dark Fleet and the Nachtwaffen, because they would have clones of you. So it's going into these places that they have the um seems like seems like on their ships, and they have containers of you there
Mhm.
that are uh it looks like human though. So it is human. That's just the vessel there. So um just have like your dragon. So we're gonna have the dragon aspect, you know, of you, because the dragon can do it like in the mind, you know, like looking and scanning and stuff. You use the dragon for scanning. Um and anything at all. You can scan it just to see if you feel you're in any of these places and stuff, or a fractal of you might be.
Mhm.
So so then like a vacuum, like sucking up, like it has like a vacuum or something up, you know, so it just goes into because it's like a pocket too in there or something like that. It just seemed so it's like connecting to there to that ship or on that Knockwaffen with the clone. Um, and then it's like it just kind of sucks up those fragments of you that were there. So it's that fast. Okay, and then so that's cleaned up because that mission is over. That's not even going on. It's just maybe those containers of you left. And then doing the same thing uh with the solar warden. Mm, I don't feel because that's just like policing. It's like kind of policing and then reporting back. That feels really boring for you. Mm, so boring of a job for you. You know, it's like uh taking like if you are way advanced person, then you're just taking a kindergarten class, you know, having to hold back or something. So maybe it's just versions or fractals or something. It's just barely even anything that uh you know, because it's like just a police person going through space and stuff, so you don't even do anything. Okay, so I feel like those versions of you though are still going. Uh they're not they're kind of controlled though. It seems like this is um like a a version of you there, but then they made more versions and then more versions and then more versions. So then you've come to the point where it's almost barely even your energy signature, you know, like you're that far on down from being fractal, like barely even uh just kind of like going along with the program or something. So, so, okay, so it kind of looks like a string like this, you know, with that, it looks like a string down in
Yeah.
there. And that
Yeah.
way, like you would be all the way down here. That's how many times they've kind of fractaled you. And so it's like you operate like in a drone almost in that way. You're like a drone in the solar warden. So as the dragon, then I would fly over here and then just kind of pull all these, it's like a string, pull, pull it all up. Pull the cord, it's like a cord or something up, like keep on pulling it all the way up like that, and then smoothing it out and making sure you cleaned all of that out of you. So there's no more, no traces of you, no traces of your essence in that whole place. So in all of these places too, that's important too. I just remember to tell you um to like erase all of your soul essence in every place. Erase it so there's no scent, or if someone came in that remote view and try to find you, then we always leave a scent or
Yeah.
essence or something
Yeah.
they can track back to
Yeah.
us. So you wanna like uh break it up and suck it, like do all kinds of your magic stuff to like take it all, swoop it all in, like, and then you want to like create like an illusion too. So if they track, they could maybe track back that part, then illusion of yourself, and like they won't even know which one is real. And then so that's one, like different booby traps all the
Yeah.
way until you're, till there's no more memory of you, till there's
Mhm.
nothing left of you. And so you're gone from all of that. They don't even, there's no existence of you anymore in all of these places. You know, even when you're going to go see and rescue um Zay, in the, that's his name, um then in that as that cyborg,
Yeah.
there's something that was captured of you there, in that because you couldn't rescue him. So you kind
Mhm.
of blame yourself for not being able to take him with you. You had to leave him there. Um,
Mhm.
so you kind of fractaled yourself, like disassociated. So you kind of, the trauma from having to leave, because
Yeah.
maybe he was like your dad or something there, because it feels like that, like a dad and daughter kind of bond. And
Mhm.
so like you wasn't captured, but you found him captured and cyborg, have like a ultra soldier, like cyborg, more cyborg than anything. And then so you found him and you were trying to get him, but he was too far gone. So you had to leave. You had to leave. You're on a mission, like a super soldier team, where you would go in and do that,
Yeah.
just a rescue mission for him. But then you saw him there and can't bring him back. So you are crying, upset, and the team has to pull you out, so you kind of fractaled your
Mhm.
self, like a trauma, like a piece of you
Yeah.
is still there with him. So you need to go into there. Um, and then you need to gather up, like it looks like a unwinding, pulling it out of there, like it's
Mhm.
like gathering up all the hair out of the drain, making sure it's all kind of all out of there and pulling it out, and then like taking it back to you here, like putting it to the side, like in a like maybe a whatever, with something just right here to hold. And then so now you're needing to erase all essences of you that you was even there, because you can't control
Mhm.
that he got caught. That's just in his own experience there. Not your responsibility at all that, that he got captured. It's just a connection that it's just through learning, so but you learned and you felt it and experienced it. So now, you clean it up. You don't need to stay there and replay that it's like you're replaying that
Yeah.
bond that you had with him over and over, and you're something about it, that fractal is like
Yeah.
stuck because the portal closed. The team left, but there's a piece of you that could not leave him. So you did leave, but that there is a piece of that fractal there. So going in and getting that fractal back. So going back in there and seeing her, and she's like hidden in the corner now, still crying, and
Mhm.
he's still laying there on the table. And so it's like pausing time, for when it
Yeah.
first happened. And so she said she's like 15 or 14, 13, something like that. And then it's because that's her dad. And then so you're going in there and you're saying like you have to talk to her because it's like um she's still kind of distraught and crying and not
Yeah.
thinking straight, like in that way. So you're gonna have to go over and kind of just sit beside her and
Yeah.
say, you are you ready to come back with me? And or no, because she doesn't want to leave. So okay, so you're gonna have to talk with her because this is something that has to heal within you, like
Yeah.
of that of that memory with him, because it's needing to heal yourself from that
Mm-hmm.
thought of leaving someone you love behind because you would never do that. You know, uh,
Mm-hmm.
makes my eyes water. So that's truth. When my eyes water, that's truth. And then so going in there and sitting with her, and then just I don't know how long she's gonna need to, or what she even needs to see, because you might have her, because I feel like he's already left his body, so you might even, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're not. So it's just to do with you. So just
Yeah.
leave. I'll just leave him out of it because he has his own experience too
Mm-hmm.
to deal
Mm-hmm.
with that. So, because I tried to see if he was still connected with that, but there's nothing of him in that body, that can register a connection with her,
Yeah.
so it's just telling her, look, this isn't really him, he's already been taken over and stuff. So the best thing for you to do is just to come back with me, and then we can go and find him, his real essence, so if there's a mission to go find him, then you'll leave. If you have a mission to go take action, then you'll leave. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's all that it's gonna take. She got up. So then you're just like, okay, that works. So now you really do have to go do it because she's gonna get really mad if you are tricking her, and
Yeah.
she will blow everything up or do something crazy,
Yeah.
So you have to really go and try to find it and not uh no lies, because you wouldn't lie to her anyway because that's you. So you're
Yes.
trying to find,
Yeah.
so now trying to find where he got separated from himself, because that's your dad connection too. So you really would like to know. So it's going with her, and then looking through where it happened, and finding that, and then both of you can, because she's still fractaled from, she's like fractured, and then until you find him and see where it happened, and then him coming out of like his energy or so coming out to uh speak or so or talk to her, um then that's when she'll integrate. So she won't integrate until she finds where they fractured him to begin with. So you're just gonna go search for it, in your mind where that could have been. It's like on a Draco ship or something like that where they took him, because he has a lot of Draco DNA too in these aspects. He has a lot of Draco DNA. It's not it's like a dragon, but he's been taken over by the black goo. So he doesn't have any, he just is no this it would come out of his eyes and his nose and mouth, all the black goo. Because they uh so they use him as a weapon, and to control ships and open stargates and stuff like that. So she needs to see that. She needs to see where he was captured, and then see what's been going on for her own records and stuff too. And
Mm-hmm.
then she'll integrate back with you. And then y'all, it's like then you can take action too, to um because that's another mission for you, to try to maybe rescue him out of there, before that, because he can't get out now. So it's like going to take a team, and I feel like Marsha will need to go with you on those. So it's like a target team to go through
Yeah.
and go in, because it needs to be at least two people to watch and stuff and go in
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
get him out and before it happens. So one person needs to be on watch, and then it needs to be at least two people, maybe her husband or something, whoever goes with you. Um, Someone that's has dragon DNA though, like
Mm-hmm.
someone they have to have dragon DNA connected with source, because there's like stargates or stuff that there's access to these places that that a regular person, they wouldn't be able to access these realms because they're kind of pockets, and um so they're hidden too. So you have to have, you have access to every place. So, and so does Marcia, so does her husband, and the Zane. I keep on thinking his name is Zane, but the speed guy. He did he did. He's he's been gone a long time. I mean, in this universe, he doesn't even have he's he would have you're gonna have to go back to through stargates to other universes where he came from, where he was first caught. Because he was like uh what was he? He wasn't a dragon. He was like a cetacean, something with a ocean. Maybe he was a, I keep thinking the squid, but that's not it. It's some kind of a uh angelic ocean. Don't feel so much dragon. Um, I don't feel any lion, but he has the reptilian though, so that's different than the dragon. Maybe he did have dragon, but I don't. But you, Marcia, and her husband, looks like y'all three have dragon where you could go in, any realm. So yeah, so that's maybe if you're wanting to rescue him, then it's something like that where you're gonna
Yeah.
need to go through different portals to access the other universe, like trace back to where he come from. You know, because it's just a portal though that you can access that place. Maybe uh he's hard to find because he just has black goo in him here. So
Mm.
it's needing to maybe do some healing on his heart to
Yeah.
clear some of that black goo out of him.
Yeah.
'Cause it feels like he needs a healing on his heart
Yeah.
because they access him through his heart. So
Yeah.
there's like he's some kind of a solar, maybe like a solar being. He's like connected to he's connected to source in these other places that is like a solar, like a light being
Yeah.
only, like a light
Yeah.
being, like we're all light beings and then get into the form. So he's showing me back like a light being. So asking source um to come in to help his heart, to clear out all of that energy of the black goo, to cleanse and purify him. And he probably need to be like a source to take him and purify him, and then bring all aspects back to him after they've been purified to him in this reality. And then he's gonna be feeling better, not as programmed.
Yeah.
Because he feels like he kind of has like a glitch or something in him, like
Yeah.
something like this, like some kind of,
Yeah.
but it's the technology, the
Yeah.
black goo that's fracked, like his braid has his neurons,
Yeah.
so something like that. Like he feels like he kind of has where he repeats himself or something, like where he rocks her.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
there's just a lot of black goo like that, with him. And so, and I feel like if that light being too can purify, his light being aspect can help purify that. So then he'll have that connection. And then you could find where he was connected at in another universe. Because it's like he's been missing from his universe. They took him, they stole him from that
Mhm.
because it's like he was a uh maybe he created that universe, something like
Mhm.
that big of a person, would
Mhm.
like creating that. So they stole that so they could create more of him. So it's something like that with him.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so what else for you though?
Uh, for me. Yeah, there's many. Uh, what is what was that? What's can how what's the what would you see in the next um so roughly I know that I'm on the track in
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
self.
you're coding the new it's like you're coding everything, you know? So as you write stuff too, as you're writing, then you're
Yeah,
recoding stuff and re it's like you are a I guess I just thought of like a seamstress or something with that, like you're mending the seams of stuff where they got
yeah,
fractured or something, but you're
yeah,
co recoding things so then people can find their way back to source because it's like people been fractured so much, so it's like you're
yeah,
recoding coding, not like pouring something on your inserting your codes, your light codes into this is like into timelines. Um,
yeah,
and then you'll feel like, oh, something's off right here,
yeah, yeah,
and then but you've already you've healed all aspects here, like you've done all of this, so you are here how I am here with this, so we're here is like all these fractals of us that was created have already returned back to the main frame computer, consciousness there that was in
yeah,
that immersion. And then so it's like we are almost like the last ones here collecting all the data and helping and assisting and stuff of
yeah,
what we need to do, the so it's like where you're coding, writing codes and stuff, and then finding helping assisting others um in places that they've been fractured too, the same thing. So
mm-hmm.
that there is something with that ocean thing you told me about with the ocean and the dragon and that the magic charms or something that
Yeah,
the unicorn or something,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Something with that
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was a dragon underneath the water, and it was a white horse. I saw it. Yes, yeah,
white
when
horse, yeah.
yeah,
So
uh,
that is so that's like because you have access to all realms, so you go in there and then um the white horse, maybe it's like an ability or something too. So I think you just know what that means for you.
there's like a
Because
female,
mhm,
and she's bringing the jewels. So she's
okay,
asking us to put whatever we want to, like crown or
yeah, she's giving you jewels as
yes,
extra tools,
yeah,
as
yeah,
extra tools that you might need um uh
with
to
the magic,
access
yeah,
the realms that you go into because it's like you need some of these to access the realms,
yeah,
a
yeah,
jewel or um whatever it is. It's sometimes not a jewel, sometimes something else, so
yeah,
yeah, it's all different, but
stones, yeah, hmm,
yeah, so
yeah,
but so I guess you have taken maybe the dragon led you to the white horse to help 'cause this is like a feels like this realm is like is it like a underworld or a
yeah,
other world, or it's like another realm,
hmm,
or something like that. So it's
yeah,
like the that white horse gave you all these different things to access the realm, and then y'all go in and it's like you clean it up or something. It's like
yeah,
it just needs cleaned up because some of the places have been captured.
yeah,
Um so it's like pockets or something of realities that maybe they feed off of or something, So it's like just going in, and then as soon as y'all open the portal there to it with the tool that the white horse gives you, then and then it just comes out. Everything just comes out and goes like to source or however it just cleans it out.
yeah,
So you go back to the white horse, and then so after you've done all that, then and then I think your dragon over it's like a oversoul, this dragon that
yeah,
you communicate with um is the one that's connected with source, so it's not just like an oversoul, it's like that one where you have the direct communication So then that one she's leading you to these places that are that you can get access to, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
um so it's not knowing because it can be hijacked too. So they give you the mission in the moment, you know, like that
Yeah.
white
Yeah.
horse. So
Yeah.
you return the bone back to the you because you don't need it. You don't need those tools
Yeah.
after you've accessed it or it's
Yeah.
placed. I don't even think it's placed in there. You know, it's like a key or something that opens it. So then you give it back to that white horse because you don't want it. You don't want to hang on to anything at all, you know, and then
Yeah.
so then the horse will give you another and then that's to access that and then the same thing it's like a pocket you open it up and then it deflates, you know, and then you give it back. So as soon as you're finished there, then make sure you give her back all of her jewels. I wouldn't keep any of them, you know, or just return
Mm-hmm.
them all to source, you
Okay.
know, like
Yeah.
that. Say this whole realm's clean. I don't need to take anything with me. I don't need any contract with you. No, nothing at all. No attachment to this realm at
Yeah.
all. And then just send maybe that whole thing to source, you know, so something like
Yeah.
that. Um,
Okay.
and then making sure you have cleaned up all of your energy essence too out of that realm too, so you can't be tracked
Got it.
as you're
Okay.
leaving one place at a time. As you clear out one pocket and it deflates, and then you're erasing your whole existence of being there at all in that one, and then go and say anything else, and then you'll feel like so so you have to do it one thing at a time because that white horse it feels like can be tracked or something taken
Mm-hmm.
over, and then they'll start giving you realms that are only being tricked, that you're being tricked. uh
Oh.
so watch out for that feeling because
Mm-hmm.
watch out for that feeling because this white horse can change too. It can be uh found out or
Got it.
something. So it can be. So I feel like that maybe had happened or something. So after you're completed with all that, and if it says sends you to a place again and again, you know, that's like you're like, I think we done everything, you know, and then so,
Okay. Yeah.
you know, there's a feeling and it's a
Yeah.
trick. It will be a trick. It will be like a capture or something
Got
like
it.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so watch out for that. That's on down or something if it does. So that's in the memory or the program or something, and it all needs to be cleaned out. So it has happened before. So I might be just reading something that happened before to that white
Yeah.
horse realm, you know. Uh
Mm-hmm.
so maybe that's how those beings or however got captured, you know, in those pocket realities.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think so. I think that's true because that is how those beings got captured in those pockets is they fell for the tricks. They maybe
Okay.
became greedy or something and
Yeah.
or uh you know kept on going back to the white horse over and over and not discerning you know
Yeah.
anything, and then they just so there's something with that. And then that's how these people like yourself going in there have gotten captured. And then you're
Yeah.
captured. And then what? You know, then you'll have to wait for someone to come and rescue because it's like a lock, like you're locked in there. So
Mm-hmm.
this horse uh s- this horse is like, did you feel like this horse is kind of a neutral being? Because it seems like it could be either, it's like can just either or. There's no, it
No.
feels like it is responding to your frequency and it will only be the person's frequency to match the realm too, you know? So maybe the negative being found it and then it turned all the
Okay.
realms to negative,
Yeah.
you know, or something like that. So it responds to your frequency. So um I think after you have all the pockets free, and maybe these are aspects of you that have been captured. That's why you're there, because there's a reason why you're there and to begin
Yeah.
with, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, ask your higher self, why am I here? And is this place cleaned out? Because I feel like we've been doing this for, because they'll keep you in this realm it is almost like it's like a time loop, and you will be down
Mhm.
here for so long, and you're wasting your time because it's like continuation of the same thing, and you feel like it's like you get confused too, because it's like a realm of confusion too. So
Okay.
it's you're really needing to check in and making sure you're not caught in this time loop. Um, Something with that, because I remember you said something with that time loop on the thing, right? On the chat, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's something with that. So maybe you've done enough work for that white horse. You don't work for the white horse kind of
Mm-mm.
thing, So looking at that too. And then so I would just collapse the whole realm, and be done with it, because it feels like y'all have been working on this realm for a long
Okay.
enough, and maybe just holding it like this is the realm now, and like just getting over the realm now, over the white horse, and not going into there anymore, and then just deflating that whole realm and sending the whole realm to source, even the white horse and all
Okay.
aspects inside. Just do that, then you'll be done with it, because it will keep you in that loop. It's like the Bermuda Triangle, kind of like a
Yeah.
loop like that. And then you're on this mission. You are able to do your other mission work, because you're always
Yeah.
busy doing this white horse's work. But it's
No,
only a trick. It's just a trick.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Thank you.
trick.
Mhm.
Yeah, so move on from that to something else now. So
That's
and erase all existence of you being ever, in that realm or anything at all after you've sent that whole realm to source, clean it all up, and it clear out all things. And so now it's just cleared, and there's no trace of you in any of those places. And then
mhm.
and now it feels like you need to like sit in the sun to charge yourself back up, because it feels like it was almost draining you, and that's what it kind of was wanting, is to drain you, and then your guard comes down and you get trapped or something. So something's with that realm.
Okay. Yeah.
So at first it was okay, but then it's like you get caught up in it or something. So
Mhm.
yeah,
I'm going to change. Yeah.
yes, so just set it, charge yourself up, back up, sit in the sun, or light,
Yeah.
or fill yourself
Yeah.
up with light, and or something like that. And then so it's time to like move on. So just take all your energy and anyone who is helping you in that realm to erase all their energy too. They need to be withdrawing from that realm too. So
Okay.
if you don't need any attachments to nothing. You don't need
Yeah.
anything. So if people say, "Oh, I still want to stay there though and do this, finish this up," but they don't need to. You're ready to collapse that realm
Yeah.
and move on, clean it up. It
Thanks.
needs to be done faster. You need to move faster. Yeah, that's what
Mhm.
I feel. So it's not needing to take everybody in and exploring all the stuff and everything. Just kind of overlooking to see, okay, that's a white horse and it has all these pockets and it has all these jewels and stuff, and that's
Yeah.
pretty and all that. But what are these jewels for? What are these jewels for, white horse? And then this, like, to access the real, it'll tell you if you command it, tell you like tell me what these jewels are for. Is to open up these realms. Why though? Why do I need that to open up the realm? As to release whatever. It might tell you to release
Mhm.
anything in there, because I think it does tell you. And then you're saying, oh, okay, and then like think that, or be like neutral and
Yeah.
nothing, and then just say okay. And then so you can even ask that white horse and say, are you ready to be sent back to source, to be transmuted and purified, and be
Mhm.
released from this realm, because it's like captured there.
Mhm.
And then so I feel,
Mhm.
and I have chills right now thinking that it's just captured there. So I think it's ready to be sent back to source as well. So collapse that whole
Okay.
realm and send that whole everything to source, and the horse as well, so it can be transmuted and everything too. And then the horse can be purified. So and then all of those jewels and everything that, was yours or anything can be returned back to you. or to the horse or whoever it belongs to,
Yeah.
nothing, you don't need anything, this just
Yeah.
return anything that was mine back to me after it's been
Yeah.
purified by source, like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
then it will be. And then any contracts saying I don't you just burn all contracts with that realm that you made in any trick or reality or anything like that was done with me signing something or agreement to assist or something, then I want to burn them up too and send that back to source too. So that's in any place at all with and also with the speed guy too. You want to also um any contract that y'all have. I don't feel like you have anything just then.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. I think you've dissolved all that. Um, it was just that connection of the daughter that was stuck.
Yeah.
That's all. So, and she will just see that he's from another universe there. She's feeling that and then finding his connection where he came from. So that'll help her integrate. And then you're gonna need to you're not gonna need to be purified and be returned back to me after you've been healed. That will heal her, seeing that. All she has
Okay.
to do is just see where he was, that's all,
Yeah.
where his original form comes from. And then she'll integrate back to you. So um so that feels all there. And anything else though? Because this it
No,
does
I,
feels like
we over time. So
oh
thank
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And show me what
I,
your drawing was that you did.
I've done.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it feels like all these realms we're going to and
Yeah.
accessing too. So these are you coding those realms and coding the different places. You're coding stuff to uh, gain access to them and then free any beings and fractals of beings in that might have been stuck in those places. So those are
Okay.
yeah, so those are different realms, so little
Oh.
circles it feels like, and then they've
Yeah.
been trapped in those places too, like they're
Yeah.
fractured, and then so like a fractal of them would be, and they're not all you, they're just beings that you hear as you're just flying along, and then you hear some like
Yeah.
somebody calling, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? Who said that? Who said? And then you're listening, and then so you go in and you go and help. So that's what you do.
Got
So
it.
that's what that is. So,
Got
so okay, well then we'll post the video so people will hear
Yeah.
this because that will help. And then you post the picture too with that. If you'll send it to me and I'll make it the thumbnail of the
Yeah.
video too so
Nice.
people can find it out. So keep doing the good work that you're doing and just
Thank
knowing
you.
to move faster through stuff too.
Oh.
You can move faster. You don't need to dissect it and look and have the whole team go and look. That takes a lot of time. It because some things you push it back and then you're waiting for everybody else to come and look and look and look,
Yeah.
and you're like, can y'all hurry up? Because people are coming, and then we're just waiting on one more person to come, and then we'll close it up, and then they're coming in, and then so but you could have already collapsed it and been done with it. So not everybody needs to see everything, like
Yeah.
that too. So because this is kind of your mission is to fly because you're a dragon, you can fly by yourself. You only need to call for assistance in places that you need at least two people to go to, maybe be a watch person too, or something
Yeah.
like that, or just because all of this is nothing is fun here, everything is captured. So there's nothing
Yeah.
really, if something presents as something fun, these realities, then
Yeah.
that might be an illusion to lure you to that place. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, Jules, wow, this is so pretty, you know.
Yeah.
But that's like an illusion because it kind of fades out after you see the truth. Like, show me the truth. You could say
Yeah.
that. Just show me the
Yeah.
truth of who you are. And
Yeah.
then it will show you too as well. So using that. So I mean, this is all that I've learned too through helping people look at the things, and then this as well, so it helps to hear and I just kind of pass it along in that way too, of what others
Yeah.
have done and what their missions have been, and then what has helped with what they need to do too. So it's just
Yeah.
like moving faster through things because you can move really fast, and clean it all up because you're coding it. Look how much you wrote in just this hour, that's how much information you have in just 1 hour, you know. And people will say, oh my gosh, I've been trying to do this my whole life, you know. So people move really slow, and that's up to them, but you move
different.
fast.
Yeah.
You move really fast. You could take the whole earth and collapse it and do that, but then all these people wouldn't have an experience. So you're just trying to go and help the fractals of things, you know? So yeah. So okay. So thank you again for asking me to do this, because it helped me a lot.
Thank you, and have a lovely, lovely holiday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll send you the
Thank you
copy of this too, okay? But send me the picture so I can put it with the thumbnail.
Yes, I'm just doing it now. Super.
Okay.
Have a lovely.
Okay. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.